Hey guys, so this will be my first attempt at doing a tailed ball bouncing, three bounces, and then doing a secondary animation on the tail. My goal is not to really make it look too alive. I just want to show off secondary animation. And have it bounce a few times. First I'm just doing like the sort of bounce pose. Sorry. Okay. I didn't have auto key on, so it's doing it again for me. I like to work in more of a what am I missing? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This will be the last up. Okay. Now I'm just gonna match the keys. I might do this differently next time. This is just kind of an experiment. I'll probably end the animation at 70, not really go past it. Okay. So that's the bounce, and I think I'll just try the overlap tricks that we were doing before, but in order for that to work, we're going to need a frame before we start, on the tail at least. Okay. Yeah. Let's try some overlap tricks. So everything I've done so far, you guys probably have done before. Oh, okay. I think I missed the tail, the end of the tail when I did this the first time. So I'm just going to throw it back in there. Okay, now we'll do some overlap. Yep, I missed probably the end of the tail again. Yep. Okay. Grab those three. 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 overlap instead of 5. Can do more later. Okay. Then nice. Kind of looks like he's hopping himself across right now. Forgot to do the V's. bounces to decrease over time like before. And then let's do the forward curve. Let's even that out. I'm going to make it linear. It looks like the tail's kind of a little bit offset. I think I can probably just grab all the curves because I don't key anything except the one axis. Yeah, I think I want the tail to just drop faster. Even faster. Nope. I think we're gonna have to do some manual. I want to I'm not really feeling the weight on the impact because things are just kind of overlapping on the tail. So I think so. I would say that the frame right before the bounce is the most delayed kind of thing, and then the up should be kind of a violent up. So that's where we'll get a whip, the strongest whip on it. There we go. You can feel that wham. You can feel it as it hits, it goes kind of through really quickly. Boom! And then it goes back up. And then as the tail pulls back up, this will still kind of keep going back. Yeah. And then we can kind of do the same thing on the next bounce and the next bounce. We only got to do 3. Before we do the next bounce, let's see what happens when we add some squash to it. So we're going to get the most stretch there, the most squash here, but then here, probably want to, in order to get the stretch to work, we're going to want to angle it so it matches the velocity. That actually works pretty well. So maybe we'll do the same thing right there. I'm gonna set a key. Gets a little bit of squash. A little bit of stretch. Back to normal. Do some angling. drop a little. And then, yeah, the frame after the up, I'm going to push the tail down faster and then delay it. And then whip this guy around. Pretty quick. See how things like get kind of weird and funky really quick, so it's not all like, it's not quite as smooth as it used to be. Oh, I think I missed this one. This is supposed to be up. I probably forgot to set a key somewhere. Yeah, there's a fall, there's a stretch, there's a squash. That might be too extreme. I wonder if pick lock works. Does it? No. Okay. So you'll notice that I'm basically setting a key every frame now, which I do all the time when I'm animating. And I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to, maybe that's too much. Rotation 0. Oh, I missed the end. Okay. I could have just, I may have been able to just copy and paste the other anim from before. I wonder if I could try that on this third bounce. It's almost good. I think it just needs to kind of whip back up quicker. But that's kind of up to you on how fast or slow it whips back up. Probably this. Oh yeah, that doesn't have very many keys on it. I think I like this first one the best, so let's do something. Let's try this. Here we go. And the squash. That's all easy to copy and paste. So I'm gonna shift drag all of the bounce stuff that I liked, copy, and I grabbed it from one, two, 3 frames before the bounce. There's the bounce. 1, 2, 3. Delete. 1, 2, 3. Paste. And then what pose do we end this guy on? Let's see. Where's my rotation? Let's see, where should we do it? Feels like I'm missing a bounce here. Oh, we are. Nice. And you can just, you can keep playing around with it. So the other bounce is right here. I'll just keep going. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Should still be in memory. Yeah. Oh, let me delete this stuff. Copy it again. Copy. And then let's try maybe we just scale down the rotation values is what I was thinking. It's all just an experiment. The animating is really just a bunch of experiments, seeing how they go. Zero's about right there. Scale this one down just a little. Okay, so we want to do for the assignment, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So we can end it on 62. Let's end it on 62. That's pretty cool. doing here? There we go. It's not perfect, but there's some neat stuff. It's almost like alive because it's like whipping around. I could clean it up and make it look just secondary, because it looks kind of like, looks like right in here it's deciding to move up instead of just going secondary. Which is fine. And then I showed this, the layer trick I was doing in class. I was trying to show Steve to add it to his scene. I'll do it now for this. So this button here, it says create a new layer and assign selected objects. No, that's display layer. I don't want that. Same button for anim layer. So I just got confused because there's display and anim. Okay, that's my layer. That's the base layer. So if you'll see when I click base layer, there's all the keys, and anim layer, there's no keys. So like if I go here and move everything over like that, now my anim's going to be kind of strange because the anim layer is moving everything over there. And all it is, if I can find the curves, was rotation, X rotation. It's just numbers, just everything's adding 82, basically adding 82 to the base layer. But I can just turn it off and it's back to normal. So I'm going to turn on the base layer. No, I'm going to turn on the anim layer. I'm going to set it back to 0 by clicking this button is 0 key layer. So I think that set the value on all the keys back to 0. And then I'm going to add some like left and right action on here. So I still have the tail selected. Set a key on the start and end. I might just offset it this way. And then I'll just offset this one the other way. I'm just adding some like randomness in there a little bit, just to add a little extra flavor. See how it goes. Oh, the first keyframe didn't stick. That would probably be over here, maybe. Delete. Yeah. So you can play with stuff and see how it feels and where it goes. It's almost like he's trying to push himself. Oh, okay, here we go. To make it feel more like secondary when the tail's moving like one way or the other. When it moves to the left, the ball should move the other way. So I'm going to add that ball, the front of the ball, to the layer. So I can tell it's not on the layer for two ways. Is when I have it selected, it doesn't turn green. So if I select the tail, it turns green. So the base, I know it's not there. And you can see what's on the layer by right-clicking the layer and going select objects. Okay, so right-click, add selected objects. So now we're going to do some back and forth to this. So I think there would be this way on that key, this way on that key, this way on that key, and then let's show translation. I think we're dealing with X here. Yep. I always just wiggle it, figure out which one you're dealing with. And then it looks like the top of the curve, we really want to change direction on the bounce because that's how it's changing direction. I think that would be my guess on the best time to change direction. It might even be more of a V shape. I'm not sure. This is just me experimenting to see what works. That's another bounce. I feel like I want to try the V shapes. Maybe just linear. Let's see what linear feels like. This might be okay. Okay. But now we want the direction change. I think it's opposite right now. It is opposite. That's a lot better. There we go. Now you can kind of start to feel the left and right nerves curves. All right. So I think this is pretty good for this assignment. You're sort of free to do any bounce you want. I just want to see 3 bounces. I want to see some overlapping action on the tail. I want to see when the tail hits the ground, it has some impact, some sense of impact on the tail, and then some follow through. This is far from perfect, so don't try and, I'm not looking for perfection, but I for sure don't want to see any like crazy keys where there's like one key is like way off and then it goes back. But you can pop really far, but you have to like follow through on pops. But yeah, do your best. See what you can make work. Probably do some cool stuff from here, but I'll stop. All right, see you guys later.